Why wouldn't we talk about Taylor Swift when we can talk about Taylor Swift? She apparently has a new admirer in Donald Trump. In an interview for a forthcoming book about the former president, Trump raved about the pop.
Trump is famous for his array of outrageous and disgusting remarks. But this time, he's truly outdone himself, reaching new heights of absurdity and vulgarity. Brace yourselves, because he's now trying to hit on Taylor Swift. Yes, you heard that right. Not long ago, he was embroiled in a court case over hush money payments to a porn star, while his wife Melania was giving birth. And now, he's making moves on someone half his age. Does he have absolutely no shame?
Way of looking at it is, for a guy who will say mean things about anybody, he seems to be really careful when it comes to Taylor Swift.
Right, well, both are true. It's an incredibly creepy, I'm sorry, I know it's morning, but I just threw up a little bit in my mouth when you read those quotes. It's just a disgusting thing, and Mr. Trump should pay himself hush money. He should just shut up.
The former president of the United States and recently convicted felon Donald Trump gave an interview last November to Variety's editor Ramin Satuda about a new book on his time hosting The Apprentice. When asked for his opinion on Taylor Swift, Trump responded, "I think she's beautiful, very beautiful. I find her very beautiful." Okay, Trump, calm down. She's not interested in you. You write her a quote, "I think she's beautiful, very beautiful. I find her very beautiful. I think she's liberal. She probably never liked Trump. I hear she's very talented. I think she's very beautiful, actually unusually beautiful." It's as if he's trying to top his previous scandals with even more outlandish behavior. The audacity is almost unbelievable. Imagine thinking it's a good idea to go after one of the biggest pop stars in the world when your own history is littered with enough controversy to fill volumes. It's like he's playing a game to see how far he can push the boundaries of decency, and this time, he's really outdone himself. Trump, however, clearly seems unable to forget his bad blood with Swift over her 2020 endorsement of Joe Biden, and throwing in the question, her political beliefs. Is she liberal or is it just an act, he asked during the interview. Apparently, Swift's beauty isn't enough to win Trump over entirely, because he quickly pointed out what he sees as her one huge flaw. She's a liberal. Trump expressed bewilderment that someone with her political views could even achieve success. He just doesn't get it. Well, here's a news flash. You don't have to be conservative to make it big. It surprises me that a country star can be successful being liberal. Trump's confusion is almost comical. He's a right-winger who somehow ended up with a criminal record and a slew of failed ventures, yet he can't fathom how a liberal like Swift could possibly be successful. Trump, a man whose own track record is filled with more failures than successes, questioning the legitimacy of someone else's achievements because of their political stance, it's almost too much to handle.
Creepy the way he continues to talk about how pretty women are that are significantly younger in age, very, very much younger. But that being said, I think that he doesn't want to upset the Swifties. I think we all know what happens when we awake a giant of the Swifties, but I think it's very bizarre.
But honestly, does anyone expect anything different from him at this point? It's just one shocking move after another. And each time we think he's hit rock bottom, he somehow finds a way to dig even deeper. What makes him think that this is remotely acceptable? Is it sheer arrogance or just complete disconnect from reality?
He's actually probably the one celebrity I think that actually has the power to move a significant number of things.
Probably, right? Yeah, I think it's a matter of now whether she would ever want to get involved. I think in 2020, 2016, where I think we talked about this a couple weeks ago, different time for celebrities to inject themselves into politics, become political actors. Very different now. And I'll tell you, Donald Trump, Taylor Swift, it's like the page clicks like big.
Swift doesn't like to talk about politics. She's never really been involved in it. But apparently Trump's antics have annoyed and disgusted her so much that she finally had to speak up. It's pretty telling when someone like Taylor Swift, who usually steers clear of the political arena, feels compelled to say something. She's typically all about her music and connecting with her fans, but Trump's behavior must have really struck a nerve for her to break her silence. In a 2021 interview with Vanity Fair, Swift explained further how Trump had affected her political stance, saying, "As a country musician, I was always told it's better to stay out of politics. The Trump presidency forced me to lean in and educate myself."
If he wasn't so jealous, maybe he might even enjoy Taylor's music. I mean, so many of her songs seem like they were written specifically for him. Don't Blame Me, You Need to Calm Down, Is It Over Now?
Ever since Donald Trump claimed he's more popular than Taylor Swift, Kimmel just can't stop roasting him. Honestly, we don't blame him. It's comedy gold.
If Taylor Swift told her fans to storm the Capitol on January 6th, they would have succeeded. They would be running the country right now. Is he even thinking like this? He's not running against Taylor Swift. And who is he kidding?
The former president complained that it's obvious nonsense that he wasn't named Time Magazine's Person of the Year for 2023 instead of Swift because he deserves it more. Yes, you heard it right. Trump believes he's more popular than Taylor Swift and should have been the 2023 Person of the Year. But that's not the complete story.
Taylor Swift is so popular, people want to watch her watching a football game. The truth is, you're not even the most popular Donald. It's still a cartoon duck with a speech impediment and no hands.
According to reports, Donald Trump is pretty jealous of Taylor Swift's popularity, and his jealousy reached new heights when he heard rumors that she might endorse President Joe Biden. Now, Swift hasn't actually endorsed anyone yet, and who knows if she even plans to, even though she did endorse Biden in the 2020 elections. But the New York Times reported that Biden's advisors are hoping to bring her on board for his presidential campaign because of her massive fan base. It's gotten to the point where someone from Biden's team reportedly even suggested sending the president on an Eras tour. Well, this news really got under Trump's skin. And true to form, he started spreading conspiracy theories about it. Classic Trump move, right? Let's see what he cooked up this time. It might give us a good laugh.
That is conspiracy idea that the nuts have cooked up. This is Taylor Swift and company rigged the NFL playoffs as part of an evil plan to re-elect Joe Biden, and Trump's taking this personally. Kanye West has been telling people he's saying, I'm more popular than Taylor Swift, and my fans are more committed than her.
It sounds ridiculous, but Kimmel might be onto something. Apparently, some Trump supporters who already know they're going to lose the elections and are scrambling for excuses have convinced themselves that this year's NFL season was rigged to give Swift and her boyfriend Travis Kelce from the Kansas City Chiefs a Super Bowl platform. Now, why would anyone do that? Well, since Swift supposedly supports Biden, which is just a figment of Trump's imagination because she never actually said so, if she performs at the Super Bowl, then suddenly Biden gets more votes. So maybe to even things out, Trump and Republicans should also invite Kanye West or something? It's hard to find anyone else who publicly admits to supporting Trump.
I don't want to put you in that spot, but
No, I'm standing in that spot. I love this guy right here. Let me give this guy a love right here. I love this guy right here.
yeah, him in. Yes, that's really news, and that's from the heart. I didn't want to put you in that position, but that's from the heart. Special guy. He's still.
Well, maybe Kanye isn't the best choice after all, but he's the only one that comes to mind. Let's get back to the question of why are Republicans going crazy about this Super Bowl? What does it have to do with presidential elections? Even Vivek Ramaswamy, who was a conservative candidate for president, wrote some silly posts about it on Twitter. It's like everyone's losing their minds over a football game, thinking it's going to change the world or something. I wonder who's going to win the Super Bowl next month. And I wonder if there's a major presidential endorsement coming from an artificially culturally propped up couple this fall? Just some wild speculation over here. Let's see how it ages over the next 8 months, he wrote on X. Turns out there was no endorsement. Now, a close associate of Trump told Rolling Stone magazine that the former president's allies are gearing up for a holy war against the pop star, and potential Democratic support would just add rocket fuel to this battle. Still, it's highly likely that Swift will endorse Biden, just like she did in 2020. Even if Trump looks angry, he's trying to play tough. According to Rolling Stone, Trump reportedly tried to convince someone in a private conversation, who of course later spilled the beans to the press because it was too juicy to keep to themselves, that celebrity endorsements won't help Biden. He claimed that he's more popular than some pop stars and his fans are more engaged than hers. That's a bold statement, and Kimmel couldn't resist commenting on it.
Is he even thinking like this? He's not running against Taylor Swift. And who is he kidding? He's more popular. If Donald Trump held a rally at SoFi Stadium here in LA, they would still have enough empty seats to also hold a Taylor Swift concert that night. And unlike your rallies, her tickets aren't free. People paid hundreds, even thousands of dollars to see her. That's just here in America. How's your popularity in Tokyo? And
The entire situation is so hilarious that he couldn't just leave it there. Kimmel kept pushing further and further and hitting harder.
if Taylor Swift told her fans to storm the Capitol on January 6th, they would have succeeded. They would be running the country right now. They would not have.
It's evident that Swift's popularity is so painful for Trump that it's hard to watch. He can't even think of the possibility of someone being more successful and popular than him. Jason Miller, an advisor to Trump, wrote something like this on Twitter. Joe Biden might be touting on Taylor Swift to save him, but voters are looking at these sky-high inflation rates and saying, "We are never, ever getting back together." It was probably meant to be a funny reference to song titles, but it seems like they missed the mark a bit. Also, it's quite naive thinking because last year, Taylor Swift persuaded around 35,000 people to register to vote just by posting a story on Instagram. So, weird things can really tip the scales in one direction or another, and we gotta watch out. However, this isn't the first or last time someone from Trump's camp or Trump himself has made remarks about Swift showing how much they can't stand her. In 2018, after Swift endorsed 2 Democrats running in her home state of Tennessee, Trump stated that he liked her music about 25% less now. But that was just the beginning of their war, which escalated quickly. We probably don't need to tell you that Taylor Swift is more popular than Trump, but someone actually checked it out, and we're gonna show you because who knows? Maybe it'd turn out differently. It's always worth checking just in case. For example, an NBC News poll from November shows that neither Biden nor Trump can match Swift's popularity. When asked whether they have a positive or negative opinion about these 3 individuals, Trump scored a total of -16 points, Biden -17 points, and Swift +24 points. Interesting, right? Trump and Biden's poll numbers are practically the same, equally disliked. But Swift's numbers are way better than both candidates. The numbers suggest that Swift's support could really help the incumbent president, and she could mobilize a large number of young voters, something Biden's campaign has been struggling with lately. So, Swift's support could actually make a big difference. And the silly statement that Trump is more popular than Swift could cost Trump dearly in the election. In other words, Trump is playing with fire. Things can get even more dangerous for him when you consider the diversity of Swift's fan base. Although about 55% of Swift's fans are liberals, a significant portion are conservatives who remain loyal to her. But now the question is, will conservatives stop listening to Swift because she doesn't get along with Trump now? Or will those conservatives leave Trump and stick with their favorite singer?
He's about to fit with Taylor Swift. This might be what does it. It won't be January 6th. It won't be the election fraud or the sexual assault or dancing with Jeffrey Epstein or even fathering Don Jr. What's finally going to bring down Donald Trump will be an army of pissed off Swifties.
The fact remains that in 2020, Biden won 9 states by fewer than 100,000 votes. If even a small portion of Swift's Republican fans abstain from voting for Trump because of all this bizarre drama, it could help Biden secure a second term in the White House. So Taylor Swift could be key to the 2024 elections, and messing up with her can result in a big loss for Trump, who can't come to terms with not being the 2023 Person of the Year and might just get a harsh reality check on his pride. But Kimmel summed it up even better than could, so listen in.
He's about to fit with Taylor Swift. This might be what does it. It won't be January 6th. It won't be the election fraud or the sexual assault or dancing with Jeffrey Epstein or even fathering Don Jr. What's finally going to bring down Donald Trump will be an army of pissed off Swifties.
So, Swifties, it's time to rally. It seems like everything depends on you, and the future is in your hands. You could be the ones to save America. What do you think about it? Do you believe that Taylor Swift and her fans will truly have an impact on the election results? Let us know in the comments below. And if you're enjoying what we're doing, click here to watch the previous episode. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.